Dun, dun, dun,
Thanks,
dun.
thanks, Mark. Now I've got that stuck in my head.
Na,
Dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun, dun.
na,
Dun, 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 dun,
na,
dun,
na,
dun.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Dude.
yo, yo, we back, yo.
Hello. Sorry, we all had to go pee pee.
We were hit by
Welcome back.
tornadoes.
Lucky for you, you didn't have to hear Mark and get a certain song stuck in your head,
Yep. Because the rest of us were attacked by a moose.
right? You were.
Mind you, moose bites can be pretty nasty.
Ah!
One time my sister was bitten by a moose. No, seriously. She was trying to book the moose. Oh, yes.
Those who were hired to do the replacement one was sacked, and now we're going to talk about Joey the Wonder
Entirely
Llama.
new. Starring Harvey, the Wonder Llama.
Oh, dear Lord.
40,000 Chilean whooping llamas.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, it's terrible. It's like completely in my head.
What a strange person.
Oh.
Is there anyone else up there we could talk to?
Look, it's the old man from scene 42. Yes. For those of
Go
you
away
watching the
before I
stream,
punt you.
have you not seen Monty Python and the Holy Grail? Do so immediately following this Twitch cast because it is
Yes.
it is classic.
It is definitely required viewing.
Oh
One of
yes.
those. It's one of those movies where they show the credits before the movie starts, and it's normally quite
For very
boring.
good reason. Where'd you get the coconuts? I found them at the side of the road. The coconuts are tropical. This is a temperate region.
Yeah, Monty Python, Holy Grail's on. It's on Netflix now.
Well, I
But
used to test
then
the coconuts
non-migratory.
Well, an African swallow, yeah, but they're not migratory. You could grip it by the husk. It's not a question of where
he grips it.
Ah, yes, I could go on forever.
I'll say one thing. I loved Monty Python and the Holy Grail the first time I saw it. The first time I saw The Life of Brian, I really didn't like it. But after watching it again and again a couple times, I actually think I like Life of Brian better.
It's my personal favorite.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite Easter movie.
Yeah.
I watch it
Oh my
most
God.
Easters.
That just slays me.
And Greg, I could totally see you playing a character like Brian and just building it.
Go away. I'm not the Messiah. I'm not anyone. Fuck off.
I do believe that was my first full frontal male nudity moment that I had as a child, and I went, "Oh, wow, that's what's gonna happen, eh?"
You don't have to worship me. You don't have to worship anyone. You're all individuals. Yes.
We're all individuals.
Yeah, I can see a campaign where you played Brian and Alan played the mom.
No, I'm a Roman.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Really? Your
I'm
father
sorry,
was
I
a
can't
Roman?
play a fish
No,
wife. It's not something I
Roman.
can do. Really, I mean, for fuck's sake, it's not something I don't like having sex on the telly. I keep falling off.
Oh my God. All right.
It's my next character has to be a fish wife then.
Fish
All
wife.
right. Okay.
My name's Dennis. I didn't know your name was Dennis. Yeah, well, you didn't bother asking, did you?
I didn't know you were called Dennis.
Oh, Dennis, there's some lovely filth over here. Oh, who's this then?
I'm not old. I'm 37. Well, I did apologize.
I didn't apologize about the old woman. All right, so about an hour goes by into your short rest. Let's see. With Tarina's
God.
guidance, let's see. The Lady Elsa, you have actually managed to win 11 silver pieces. Yeah, you feel like she keeps on telling you like, hey, you know what? Roll here, stick here. It's basically it's like blackjack with dice, and she's actually a fairly adept teacher.
Is she teaching me the real way to play, or is she teaching me how to cheat?
Do you want to roll a insight?
Oh. A shrubbery.
There are two different numbers on.
You get the distinct impression, like you see her doing things every once in a while, like a little trickily with her fingers, as she's picking up dice and like throwing them. And you're like, you notice she's doing things that other players aren't. So you're very new to the game, but you're thinking, okay, either she's really good.
I'm saying 11 silver pieces in the hour that we're sitting.
Right. Like, yeah, she's fleecing these guys. Tarina laughs at Grin.
I'm
As
like,
Grin says, "You weren't this nice to me the first time we played Baldur's Bone."
if I remember correctly, you soaked me for everything I had.
She's like, you don't still harbor any ill will over that. I mean, what was it? I mean, you were so poor back then. I mean, you didn't have a pot to piss in.
And you took it all from me.
Well,
You took my pot.
To earn it back. About that time, you see Jaren come upstairs. He looks vaguely concerned. He's moving rather quickly. You see him come up, whisper something quickly to Thunder. Then he comes around to Elsa. And Grin, you can hear this too. As Mordecai, you can hear it as well. Darius, as well as you. Jaren says, I think we have trouble. A group of Flaming Fists just turned up at the door, and they're asking about the whereabouts of the heir to House Elton.
Well, party's over.
Yeah. We're talking about that they're not.
I don't know. That's a good question. Elsa is wondering, Riz, did you share the information that Lala gave you about the whole, the Flaming Fist is decapitated. It's going to be, they're going to be fighting for control now that Raven Oldergard is gone.
I would have in that 1 hour time that I was conversing with Lucius. I would also have Elsa fully involved in that conversation.
So at this point,
whenever she would be available.
Gotcha. Yeah. You find a time to do it, very surreptitiously. I can't think of a better word for that.
I don't even know what that word means.
I know, that's
secretly. Secretly. There we go.
My character does.
Yes. Surreptitiously, secretly. Yes. Yeah, you find the time to do it without drawing, without being like, hey, guess what I just found out. No, yeah, you whisper in her ear, let her know what's going on. So when Jaren comes by and he's like, there's a Flaming Fist mercenary, a detachment they're downstairs right now asking about where is the heir of House Elton. I don't feel good about this. We should get the fuck out of here.
Do we know if anyone is claiming to be in charge?
He says, I didn't hear any names. I saw the badges. I saw the livery of the Flaming Fist. I stuck around long enough to hear the, whoever there was in charge go up to Alan, the innkeeper, and ask about, does he know the whereabouts of the heiress of House Elton? At that point, I very nonchalantly and secretly made my way up here to tell you we have minutes at the most to decide, do we want to go and talk to them? Do we want to get the fuck out of here?
Dude, so I've been here before. Do I know if any of these windows lead to easy escape?
You do know that there's a room directly to the south here through this door. That leads to that is the private dining room. It's also known as the Umber Hulk room. There is the mounted head of an Umber Hulk hanging on the eastern wall. It is a popular meeting place for usually groups of ne'er-do-wells planning heists, murders, all this sort of thing. But there are windows on the southern end that would give you, they're basically just, wooden shutters. There's no glass, but wooden shutters that, with, a 10-foot drop down to the ground below.
Okay, yeah, I'll, like when he says that, I'll go check it out to see. I don't even know if there's anyone in that room, but I'm gonna see if that.
What was that?
Don't some of our guys have aren't they badged from these guys? So isn't this a good way to find out what's going on? If they're really Flaming Fist people.
Jaren, as you bring that up to Jaren, he says, yes, my lady, we do have badges basically deputizing us in the name of the Flaming Fist. However, we still don't know which elements of the Fist are loyal, if any, to your house. And if these are, in fact, loyal to the steward who usurped your power, they are most likely here to try to eliminate you. Do we want to engage in yet another fight?
Is everyone upstairs with us?
Yes, everyone's upstairs.
So then we discuss with all, yeah, I guess that's what we're doing.
And I will open up the.
I trust the people who are with me because they're the ones trying to protect me, so. I'll follow what they suggest.
Let's see, there's Grin. Oh yeah, so there you go, Grin. You can now see the into the room, and the windows are right here and right here. Actually, there's 3 windows, all along the southern wall here.
And the room's empty?
Room is empty, yeah. It's a meeting room. You do know that there is the rooms to the north. There are 3 doors here, here, and here. And there's yet another door right there. All of those are like private chambers. They're like sleeping rooms. So chances are probably better than not they might be occupied. And then y'all have this room here, but yeah, this one has the obvious windows that you know of in the Umber Hulk room.
So
there's the Umber Hulk right there.
Can I run really quick? Oh yeah, that is the Umber Hulk. That's cool. Can I run to the window and just look down to see? Like, I'll kind of look out and just see, are there any Flaming Fists around anywhere?
Hey, if Lucius and I aren't in that private room, can you pull us out of there too?
Yeah. Let's see. This layer here. Let me just eliminate this door. Oops. Hello, door. Let's get rid of that door and this door here.
Oh, I can just walk through. Okay, cool. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah. I believe that should let you just go through.
Cool.
Go.
Neat. I thought that was like some special place that I couldn't move.
The barrier. Okay. Does it? Do you see the sort of the lime green?
I do.
line
Yeah, I
there?
can see the green lines now.
Okay. Yeah. You're not supposed to be able to see the line. It's supposed to be that's an indicator of a door. But no, that actually works well because then you know where the doors are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which we would know where the doors are.
I run past the green screen into.
Yeah. Yes, you open up the shutters. It's out into, you see the bustling sort of, there's a very small patch of grass, and then it goes right onto the street. And you don't see any Flaming Fist immediately.
Do I see any? I mean, is there anyone at all out there?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's people walking down the street, but the Flaming Fist Mercenary Company is immediately recognizable. They all wear the same sort of livery. They have, I believe it is like a maroon colored tunic and cloak. But yeah, they are certainly recognizable. Yeah, and they have this. I don't know if you can see this. Everything's blurry. No.
Oh, lovely.
blurry.
Thank you.
It's
Ow!
emblazoned upon their tunic. There is a sigil that is basically, it's like a triangle with literally a fist that with flames around it, flaming fist, and that is that. And you do not see any of them.
So yeah, I'll kind of run back to the door and just say, "Coast is clear to get out of here this way, guys."
And where is that now from where I am?
Do we want to run? Do we have a place to run to, or do we just want to shack up and
Yep.
have
We're
them
running,
mind their
we should
own?
be going towards the public bathhouse.
No.
Mark, does it seem like they need a distraction of some sort?
Yeah, I was just wondering if we could get down there and hear if I mean, we need to know what's happening. We should leave, I think, personally. I do believe that we should leave. I don't think that this is a fight we're ready to have if it's going to happen. And I believe that we should, if nothing else, have the element of surprise on our side.
If I were in your shoes, I would be leaving.
I'm trying to find out which way. Where are you? I don't know where this area is. My character will head that way, wherever
So
that direction is.
I just put a link in the main chat window to the Baldur's Gate interactive map. So for those of us who have been playing in Alan's most excellent Waterdeep campaign, with his awesome interactive map, they do have one for Baldur's Gate as well. It's not quite as meticulously fleshed out as the Waterdeep one, but it still does have many points of interest, including the Elf Song, which is in the lower city, sort of on the basically smack dab in the middle of the lower city.
Is that link that you just sent to us? Is that like a public domain link?
I do believe so.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, well, I'll just copy it right to the
Oh yeah.
chat here.
Oh, for the critical fail. There we go. Hey, look at that. There we go. And so if you can see on the critical fail, if you so whoever is in control of the critical fail, if you use your little cursor, move them further to the right, and then basically there is like an Orion's belt of 3 red dots, the dot in the center. Well, we're still in Baldur's Gate. We're not outside the city. We're not. So move it to the left, inside the walls of Baldur's Gate. And if you see, there's 3 red dots in a row. There you go. And there's 1 that's Joplin's, 2 Elf Song Tavern. There we are, smack dab in the middle.
Yeah, until I've got it up in the upper corner. It says Elf Song Tavern.
Yes, there it is. Tavern is one of the most popular in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, I'll be like, milady, we should leave now. That is my advice to you at this time.
I will follow you.
And then I'm gonna head towards wherever Grin was at and say, "This way."
I'm flashing you with my purple flash.
Give it a solid flash.
Okay, so Grin, you scoped out like a back door exit.
A door or window with a slight drop.
Portal, nonetheless.
So yes. So Grin assesses everyone of the situation.
Where is Darius at?
He is.
I
believe,
was near the
right here.
table where they were playing Baldur's Bones.
Yeah, he was kind of sitting in one of the plush chairs. He managed to find one that was big enough to accommodate his stature,
Upstairs?
and is sort of was lounging as well as sort of managing to contribute on the play of the different players. Oh, well done! I've never seen anyone go so boldly at such a stupid play. That's it's formidable, if nothing else.
I was being ultra kind to Elsa as she's
Yes,
of course.
yes, being very yes.
I don't diss her. In fact,
No.
encourage her. And if I see anything going south, maybe sneak as best I can at 6'8" to whisper in her ear.
Bending way down. Yeah. Let's see.
Princess.
And she is rather. I mean, she is tall. With the half Elden heritage. She's very very slender, long boned, long limbed. So she's about 5'10". Yeah. She's
Nice.
she's stately. She very much resembles the porcelain statues that are very often adorn the abodes of the nobility in the upper city.
Not the ones outside the public bathhouse.
Let's be perfectly clear. Oh, that makes me laugh.
You have a very good laugh.
I like your laugh, sir. You have the laugh of a simple mendicant. Did he call me a mendicant? Let's see. Yes. So what would people like to do? So Grin has basically said, hey, we got a way to get the fuck out over here. It's not quite a door. It's a window with a short drop, but easy peasy.
I scoped the area out and I saw no flaming fists.
Yeah. Is there nobody's down there?
Nobody that I saw.
I'm gonna begin climbing down. I'm gonna, grab the window's edge and hang, and then I will kind of slightly push off and drop.
Gotcha.
I make sure, Dungeon Master, oh great Dungeon Master, that that I am here to as soon as Elsa's ready to descend, I am there with my large green grayish hand to help her down whatever she is descending from.
Yes, you go to offer your services and her hand, and you do see Thunder. Basically, he gets up and very politely kind of shoos you aside, and he was like, he says, "Thank you for your cooperation, but I will be assisting the lady. Thank you." And
yes.
Yes,
strange stereotype. I appreciate your assistance. I will step back until we are cancel cultured by someone.
Until we are all canceled.
I was kind of hoping Darius would be down beneath the window to catch Elsa and Andre the Giant.
Oh dear Lord! All right, and I of course take no, insult at that, of course. But I do. What I just told you is what I do. Right there. I just sent you a message.
Oh yeah, Lucius. Yeah.
If they need an extra cushion, I've got it.
Lucius, you land light as a feather, and you are now directly outside. So here, let me put you. Where are you, Lucius?
I'm in the main room upstairs.
Here's Lucius. Lucius. So here you are. Boing, outside. There we go.
There's all these bad guys right there.
Yeah. Oh my God! There they are. They're off the map. They don't count.
I start scrambling to climb back. Let me back up. Let me back
Like, oh
up.
shit, oh shit, oh shit. Good time. Who is next? Who would like to go next? So Lucius just climbed down.
I'm staying behind as a cushion if need be, as everyone is barreling down and out.
Yeah, I am too.
All right. Yeah. Tarina is literally she goes strutting towards the door. She stops for a second, turns around, and she reaches out for Elsa's hand. She grabs Elsa's hand and she's like, "Come on, we got to get out of here." So she's going to try to lead you towards the window. Do you want to go with her?
Not necessarily, but is there another way
Um,
I mean, I want to be at the other side. I'm just very uncomfortable. I've never, as a princess, I'm not going to.
she's like, no, okay, I get it. You probably didn't do a whole lot of, climbing up the trellises and whatnot, maybe you did. I'm not sure how the princes work, in the upper city. But she's like, it's gonna be easy. I tell you, I mean, especially you got all these hunky guys around here. They're gonna help you. They can catch you. Like, just follow me. Here, I'll do it first. I'm much littler than you are. Just watch how I do it. You're gonna have no problems. See, trust me. Come on, let's go. And so she's kind of tugging on you to go towards the window.
Okay, so my last thing is looking at Thunder for some guidance on this, since he's taken the initiative to get me out safely. So
Thunder looks at you and he says, "Do you want me to get rid of annoying smaller woman?"
just want to get out.
He says, "Okay." He says, "You follow her, I follow you. We go out together."
Not what I'm comfortable with, but I trust the people I'm around.
And you see her, she zips out the window with like
She's done it
with the
before.
grace of a fucking Olympic gymnast. Like, she pops down with no problem. And then Thunder says, he says, "Hold on here. You wait for me. I go down first. I go down. I grab you as you come down. You fall onto me, okay?"
I'm nice and soft like kitten.
Look, I have all this fluffy fur. This fluffy fur good for you.
Did anybody? I didn't hear anybody describe this. So, milady, turn and grab the ledge with your hands, right, and then walk yourself down slowly until your arms are. I'm the wrong accent. I'm sorry. your arms are extended.
It's Landorian.
After having done so, milady. There it is again. I can't do milady in a southern accent. It comes out British every time. No. Lady. There we go. Lady, once your arms are straightened out, you can then release your grip and fall gently to the ground below, where Thunder will be there to catch you.
Yeah, you see, it's not a matter of where she grip it.
Just improve weight ratio.
It's a matter of speed velocity.
Oh my God! I'm just seeing all of those people of Monty Python, just appreciating the fact that we went there. I love it. I love it.
Let's see now. Oh, nice. Okay. Thunder is going. Let's see. How good is Thunder at this? I do not know. He does have.
I'm still up above.
Nice,
I can help
nice.
lower her down if need be.
I assume he's got cat-like reflexes.
Well,
Why?
and let's see now. An 8 ought to survive.
If you are a cat, wouldn't all of your reflexes be cat-like?
Cat-like.
Whether they were good
Even
or bad?
if they suck.
Does he have
That was
inspiration?
cat-like because I'm a cat.
Yeah.
Let's see. He is going to. Yes. He's actually going to use his inspiration to
Yeah.
get his 21 because he needed a 10, which was so friggin' close, but not quite there. So he is going to. There we go. and you see him drop down, and again, even in his full plate armor, sunlight glinting off of it like, polished chrome. He drops down to the ground with nary a whisper of noise. And then you see him, and he yells up to you, "Princess, okay, I down on ground now. You can drop down. I catch you."
Okay. So I attempt. Do I do acrobatics? Do I do a survival?
It's going to be, I will let you do either athletics or acrobatics, whichever is better.
So how do I know? Because none of them are.
Pick the one that sucks the
you don't have
least.
proficiency in either of them.
Except for 2 in survival. To me, this is survival.
Survival is like finding food and water out in the forest or desert, which is actually going to
You're
be.
the DM. You can make anything.
That's true. I would say,
You can
okay,
bend the rules,
so
yeah.
athletics, you would get a -1, but acrobatics, you actually get a 3. So yeah, I would say do your acrobatics.
Before she rolls, I want to look over the rail and clarify whether when he was saying "Princess, jump down to me," if he was talking to me or her.
Just push you aside. I'm coming.
Very, very easily confused.
Trust fall.
Yes, I had to roll like insight and whatnot to figure that out.
You get advantage on this roll because he is assisting you as well as Darius. So Darius, basically, he's holding your hands, and with his added length, because he's so tall, he's leaning out completely, waist over the deal, and then it's tall enough where Thunder can reach up and he grabs your feet and just lowers you down easily. So you make it down.
Thanks, guys.
As well.
Ooh, that was exciting.
That's what I do, my lady.
My new friend Sheree.
Yeah. She's like, "See, girl, I knew you could do it. Easy." It's easy. So there you are. Who would like to traverse the Tower of Doom next?
Let's do it.
Grin will climb out and
Yeah, and at this point, everybody either make an athletics or an acrobatics, and you get advantage. So beat a 5 with advantage, or
Hold my
I
ale.
do.
Well, that's pretty
triple-
much guaranteed that I'll miss that. Thank you, Mark.
I do a triple Lindy.
We aren't called critical fail for nothing, my friend.
So, but before you go out, you test the wind, and then.
Yeah.
They had to install 2 more boards in order to get this die possible. Yes.
I'll go last.
Riz. You rolled before Darius.
Oh,
Do you want to hold
I would-
your roll?
yeah. No, I would wait until
Okay.
the doors.
Yes.
Have I determined completely that that Riz tends to be the hierarchy in charge? Is that something obvious, or do I need to?
It seems that way. It definitely seems like, although.
All right,
he
and
is-
he seems adamant that he is last.
Yeah, like Thunder is going to be stapled to Elsa, yeah, he's
Oh,
going to
right.
be.
Well, I
on board,
turn to him and say, "Do you need more time? I can give you more time if needed."
Don't need more time. I was thinking we're in a position to
You hear
gain
footsteps
some
coming up the chair.
information, but we should probably
Footsteps are
leave now.
I will go down.
All right.
And I will roll that. No. How's that? Oh,
Lord.
Christ.
Oh.
It's all right.
With all the grace of a half orc.
As I have advantage, I do poorly. I don't die.
Yeah, you're kind of telling you. Thunder manages to catch you, and as he does, like you both tumble backwards into the dirt, and yeah, it's kind of a scene.
But that's not a critical fail. It's just a 5.
That's true. Yeah. You
I sucked. I did not critically suck.
barely made it, just barely by the skin of the teeth. Riz, make
I'll go out.
a stealth check.
Okay.
You see the
Oh,
helm.
ouch.
Oh, that's not bad though.
Oh,
You
Christ.
see you see the helms of some flaming fist soldiers start cresting the top of the stairway just as you turn your head and make your way into the room. And so make your I guess you already made your acrobatics roll. I'll let you keep that one with the 14 with advantage. You managed to slip down to the ground. You are all now down on the ground. But Riz, you heard the footsteps coming up behind you, and it sounded like they are probably going to be fanning out. And you would guess, if they go to the window, which could happen in a moment, they will see everybody.
Yep. If everybody is just gathered right there, I'll say everybody up against the wall. They are
they can look down. We got to get away.
They are in the room. They will follow us if they see us right now.
Yeah,
That's okay. I'll roll stealth.
Oh, look at me! I'm being stealthy.
This is a song of me sneaking around. Nobody can see me. I'm perfectly found.
This group seriously needs to play an entire group of bards.
Oh, Lord.
I am very, very stealthy. Nobody can hear me.
Oh my
Now
god.
you see me, now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't.
Do you have Mage Hand also? It's a cantrip.
Actually, you really should make a I am being stealthy song.
Yes, I can't remember.
Let's see if I can find what I have in my see.
Yeah, I remember you got Chill Touch. Oh, so if you scrolled all the way to the top, and then there's going to be spells. Yeah, no, that's fine. Under cantrips, Ray of Frost, Chill. What is it? Chill Touch and Prestidigitation.
Ray of Frost.
What is stealth?
Message.
Baby,
Okay,
don't
no.
hurt me.
No,
No.
I did my
Because I was like, the shutters right now are open on one of the windows that you all left. So I was like, if somebody had like Mage Hand, they could wink just, or if somebody had a halberd polearm 10-foot pole, they could shut the. Anyone who's got any sort of sense or wits about them, which is generally this entire fucking crew, would know. Yes, if you have a polearm, long pole, halberd, anything like that, because right now the shutters are open.
Well, I
So
have
one-
I'm
something.
sorry.
Or
if there is a
a 7-foot orc that one of us could just climb up.
The shutters are open. Wait,
there's
hold on.
or
No.
if there's a one-handed halfling, do not give him the polearm. Just saying.
If the shutters are open, I just shut them.
You shut them. How so?
Like, shut them?
Magically.
I'm like, do you have a Mage Hand would do it? Prestidigitation won't. You technically need Mage Hand to do it.
No. I can.
Bryn has something very long. Something very, very long.
No.
I shoot them shut.
Boom. Here we go.
The Montague. Create one of the following magical effects with the range. Your voice booms up to 3 times as loud as normal for 1 minute. Or you cause flames to flicker bright and dim or change for 1 minute. You cause harmless tremors in the ground for 1 minute. You create an instantaneous sound that originates from a point of view choice, such as the rumble of thunder, the cry of a raven. You use cause an unlocked door or window fly open or slam shut.
Cool.
Boom. There you go. Awesome. The Montague.
Except I don't want to slam it shut. I just want to gently.
Yes.
Nothing to
Nope,
see here.
it's slam shut.
Go.
That's the way the spell reads. That's the way it's going to
Gently. Bam!
happen.
You found the spoon, sir.
I'll try to very
you-
quietly slam it.
Yes. Yes. Slam. It does say slam. Boy, it's all about like.
I could do a puff of wind.
Give me a charisma check to try to control the thaumaturgy, which is really about making very brash, noisy there. Yes.
Can I?
Ooh.
What can I give him the bardic inspiration to do that? Does that help?
Yeah, well, he rolled already and he got it, but
Okay.
yeah.
No.
But
He's
I
got it.
would've-
He
I
doesn't
would've
have to
let
use
you
it.
do
Hey,
that,
listen,
Brett,
he's got it. He doesn't have to use it.
Better.
I choose to inspire the songs rather than to let the songs inspire me.
Yeah, so you
Yeah.
see, all of you see Mordecai. He kind of points up at the window and twirls his finger and is like, abracadabra. And the shutters just close. You are now all on the ground floor. What would you like to do? Tarina says, hey, if there's some people after you, might be a good time to get the fuck out of this place. Just saying.
Isn't that what
He's
we
like,
just-
because I know the crew that we was just playing dice with, and they're gonna fucking rat me out in a fucking hot minute. All right, so I'm guessing if whatever y'all are messed up with, they're gonna fucking rat you out too. So we need to fucking
To the
make
bathroom,
traps.
Yeah, let's.
the bathhouse. Not we all get together in the outhouse, but to the bathhouse.
Wait, did I grab Jaren as well? Is he with? Oh, here, well, I'm sorry. He comes with. Sorry, he would have come with probably right after Thunder. Thunder. Let's see.
Well,
Believe
lady, I will say this. I believe that we should find elsewhere to do what planning and organization we need to re-secure your spot at the head of the family. Until then, I suggest we make haste from here.
Yeah, let's get a.
And I look
First
right
thing we
at
gotta do
Grin,
is-
and all of us try to not garner attention. And I look over at Darius too, unless it would be of a benefit to us not being noticed.
Perhaps we should.
Riss, you do note that I have hidden my sparkly cloak as best I could. It's something that I've done since there's only so much I can do with my cloak, but I have attempted.
maybe if I turn it inside out. Oh God,
I tried to stuff it and flip it and turn it,
Mhm.
so it is less
Look, the DM
So
stole my
instead-
name.
presentational.
Instead of standing under the window like everyone else, Grin, as soon as I get to the ground, I'm gonna run out of sight of the window.
Yeah,
Okay.
I stay within the shadows as best I can.
All right, Grin. As soon as you get to about here, you see the front door is open, and
Wait, there's too many creatures off the side of the map here. I don't like it.
That's what I said. When I first got down there, I was like, what? There's a patrol of bad guys here.
Please have that on your GM screen. Right.
Where is it? So you see, basically, as soon as you get around the corner, you see on the inside here. Shit. Let's see. Do I have to? Oh yeah, you should be able to see that. There we go. Where did it go? Inside, you do see the door is open, and there are two Flaming Fist guards standing basically right next to Skuna and Clank, and they seem to be eyeing the inside. They're
Okay.
keeping their eyes on the inside on the patrons.
Well, as soon as I see him, I stop and back up. So I'm not gonna let myself get into view as much as possible. So
Yeah, I missed the last thing you said. I assumed you said I shoot my shotgun.
Yes, I think that's,
my shotgun.
that's exactly
Fire
what
the
he
flintlock
said.
at him.
Shotgun.
I just
Oh, Christ.
as soon-
Thank you for that, Mark.
as soon as I as soon as I recognize that there's flaming fist, I'll stop running that direction and back off.
Yeah.
Can I do like some kind of a, I don't know, like an intelligence check or something like that, to see if I can think of a place that would be, like not well known, a good place to just kind of like regroup and hide out.
Yes.
Do we as characters
I don't know if it'd be like
So I would say,
history.
Elsa, yes, yeah. History would be good.
Okay.
Elsa just asked, she said, do we know this map? And I would say, yes, I would say all of you, even, Darius, who's a newcomer, probably knows most of the main areas here in, like the Elf Song,
I've been scoping it out to make money.
Blade and
So
Stars.
yeah, I know as
The
best I
Splurgeon
can.
Sturgeon, the Blushing Mermaid, some of the different, especially some of the different inns, taverns, things like that are pretty well known. In the upper city, like the different houses of the nobles and things like that are probably going to be more or less known to just the nobility people. So Riz, Lucius, Thunder, Elsa would know a lot more of the high city locations, but certainly lower city and out city are probably going to be at least somewhat well known.
We could, on the way up, if we're going to downhouse, the primary news service on the way up, if we're looking to find out what's happening.
Let's see. Oh, are you talking about Baldur's Mouth?
Mhm.
Yes, Baldur's Mouth is sort of the newspaper of the people. Most of the nobility and the people in the upper city are not very fond of Baldur's Mouth because Baldur's Mouth tends to it's like the Bernie Sanders of, and this is no knock on Bernie. I love Bernie, but it is very much the Baldur's Mouth certainly pulls no punches when describing sort of the excesses of the nobility. So here it is, Baldur's Mouth, patronized by all levels of society. Baldur's Mouth is the city's primary news service and gossip rag. Utilizing a small army of lantern bearers, the Mouth spreads news both by selling broadsheets on street corners and by shouting summaries of top stories at passerby. Extra, read all about it. From the slums of the outer city to the finest manor house sitting rooms, the Mouth is where Baldurians go to be informed, incited, and pleasantly scandalized. While some of the news, such as word of new laws passed by the Council of Four or official election results, is handed down directly by the government, most comes from freelance journalists, and official pronouncements often sit side by side with scathing editorials or unflattering political cartoons of those same officials. Though beholden to advertisers and tactically sanctioned by the city government, the Mouth has never lost its populist bent. The paper is useful enough to the government that it's never in their interest to shut it down, yet devotes the rest of the paper to news the government might prefer hushed up, from aristocratic scandal and evidence of corruption to straight talk about various threats to the city, always with a healthy dose of anti-elite rhetoric. Yeah, so it's definitely it's the paper of the people. So, although the nobles probably they will read it just to make sure that their names aren't mentioned, or smile discreetly when they see a rival noble house has been scandalized. They in polite company would disdain any mention of the Baldurian Mouth, whereas regular folk certainly love it. It's a great read. You catch up on all the main major news as well as plenty of scandal and great shit. Taking swings at people well above their station and getting away with it. So
Stupid but cunning. This basic paraphrasing: Baldur's mouth has teeth.
Baldur's mouth has teeth. It's true. Shut your Baldur's mouth.
Your Baldur gaping mouth.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
so that is their main headquarters where they do all of their printing. They've got rudimentary printing presses back in the day, but that is also where they will assemble their criers to go sit at the main thoroughfares and do the hear ye, did you hear about local noble family overthrown, blah 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 blah. Just paraphrasing.
Stab some
Okay.
crazy fucking pirates.
Well,
Lead on liberty.
Would I consider that to be a good place with a 21 roll?
No. Yeah, you
Okay.
that would be like you're thinking that would probably be one of the worst places to possibly go.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
But if there was like
yeah.
some kind of I don't know, underground hideout spot.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Okay.
Like Grin and Jared would probably be like, oh yeah, that'd be a great place to go hide out because that's their crew. Darius probably would be fine there as well, but anyone associated, anyone with a name, anyone whose name could potentially be dragged through the mud would get dragged through the mud.
Okay.
So, but yes, not a bad.
Ooh, let me see.
Yeah.
As a bard, would that suit me? Never mind.
Who
No,
suggested? Sorry, did I miss somebody suggest us going to the paper?
No.
No. Okay.
Well, yeah. Elsa was wondering, like, hey, like this is like the paper, like maybe we could get there and find some information. But I would guess Riz and Lucius would probably be like, no, my lady, this would not be. I would not advise going there at this time.
Getting a paper would be advantageous. However, how we got it, we would want to do very discreetly.
Well,
right.
I'm
getting a
thinking
paper good, ending up in the paper not good.
Well, I think, milady, you're wise to bring up the paper for when we are in a slightly better position. We shall contact the paper for an interview, an exclusive, if you will. You could say that the Baldur's mouth would be drooling over this story.
Yeah. Well put, sir. Very well put. Yeah. So right now, you're kind of centrally located. Good places to hang out. Joplin's Tea House is not a bad place. The Blade and Stars, which is very close, is not a bad place.
Some place I would think would be kind of distant from where the Flaming Fist are headquartered up, or where they have outposts.
Yeah, or someplace where the Flaming Fist, the patrons of the bar or tavern, actively
like them.
They actively dislike them, and so the Fist is no friend. They have no friends there.
Yeah, no Tories.
Yeah, all right, yeah. Grin, Riz, Lucius, you guys are all like, well, Lucius and Riz, you're like, fuck. Like, I know where we should go, but I don't want to fucking go there. And Grin, you're like, hey, let's all go to the Blushing Mermaid.
Won't be any Flaming Fist there.
Yeah. The Blushing Mermaid.
Mark, I've only been here for like 3 or 4 days. So is there a place that I know on the periphery that seems to be less jazz hands?
I think you would like not only are you an entertainer, a bard, a people of a half orc of the people,
yes,
but
of
you
course.
are also big enough and mean enough that most people think twice before starting a ruckus with you.
Yeah, most people aren't telling you to shut up.
Yeah, the Blushing Mermaid might not be a bad spot to go and check out. The Blushing Mermaid Infamous up and down the Sword Coast, the Blushing Mermaid is known as the best tavern and inn in Baldur's Gate for those looking to get their teeth kicked in, or to kick in someone else's. Always one spilled drink away from a brawl, the bar is the sort of place most don't visit unless they're well armed or with a lot of friends, preferably both. The place takes its name from the life-size wooden mermaid hanging above the incongruous reception desk, a dozen blackened and withered hands nailed to its bodies, souvenirs left behind by those who refuse to pay their bill. So yeah, it is
that sounds like a perfect place.
It's
Yes,
I mean, we have
yes.
2 drow, a half orc, and a tiefling.
Yep.
But we are going to get in a fight. That's that, like,
Well, I think
got
just our
weapons
race
and
could like
confidence,
intimidate
which-
people down.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's like you are going in with the right combination of like
Intimidation.
we've got weapons and people to know how to use them. So
Yep.
right.
I just
We've got those 4 nasty races. We've got a human and another half elf fuck doll.
exactly,
we're good to go.
Exactly what I was going to say.
I mean, that's what we're acting as.
Sweet.
Mark, as soon as I know that Riss seems to be the strategic mind behind all of this, I let him know that if he needs some sort of distraction or some sort of presentation that gives them a mask to do something else, that I am willing and ready.
Got you. And Darius, like you've heard of the Blushing Mermaid, like because you're an entertainer, so it's part of your job to know
Yes.
where places are that you could make some coin. And it is a place where you would probably like not want to end up in by yourself. Like,
No,
you
right.
can't give it
Probably,
Right.
my guess is that I've scoped it out. I mean, I've had
You like walk by and you're like, nope.
as of resources that I've had in Waterdeep,
Yeah.
I have access to, like, the fact that I know I was going to Baldur's Gate. I was able to do a lot of research and research of where I could make good coin without causing too much trouble, and I obviously have scoped it out at this point, especially since it is so universally known.
Yeah.
So I will hopefully know the best way to give them some sort of cover.
And I
Well,
will say,
if it is best to be quiet or
boisterous.
boisterous.
Yeah, ostentatious. Well, and one of the things that did sort of probably initially drive you away at the time was like, if you get in trouble at the Blushing Mermaid, don't expect the Flaming Fist to come and help because they stay the fuck away from that place.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Which
So-
is sometimes a bonus.
In this one scenario happens to be beneficial.
Courtney, I do look at Elsa, and how is she dressed? How does she appear?
She has her basically it's her daily wear before you made your way out of the Elton Manor. It was a very quick pack a bag, let's fucking go. So she had been dressed in like a gown, like the evening gown for her birthday celebration.
Mark, if he doesn't have an inspiration point, I will give him mine for being so keen as to figure out how she's dressed.
Yes, yeah. Very, very, very astute observation.
Yeah, and I will go to Elsa, and I will say, Elsa, I understand that you are in your clothes that you are most comfortable with, but I would suggest that we would have someone like Grin, perhaps.
Who's scruffy looking?
Perhaps assist you, or I forget her name.
Tarina?
Or Tarina, maybe help you into some garb that will not be so attractive.
Yeah, like Tarina's like, oh yeah, hey, like I got a girlfriend. She's not quite as tall as you. I mean, you're like on stilts. But anyway, like yeah, I mean, her her shanty's like right on the way to the mermaid. And I mean, hey, just between you and me, like there's good money to be made at the mermaid playing dice. Just saying. But yeah, we can definitely pick up some digs for the princess. You know, if she wants to get a little bit more, you know, slumming it with the locals. Like, hey, we can do this. It's like a bachelorette party. Let's do this shit.
In the meantime, I do have a traveling cloak. It's a little larger. It's a bit above your size, Your Highness, but it should be able to cover you at least.
Yeah. So Grin is offering you a nondescript traveling cloak.
I accept with gratitude because I just want to stay alive.
Yes. And she did change out of her evening gown into her daily wear, but her daily wear is still eons above what people in the lower city wear on a daily basis. I mean, it's still.
If we went into that place, we would get noticed quick.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry.
What's that place called, Mark?
In Baldur's Gate.
Blushing
The
Mermaid.
Blushing Mermaid.
Blushing
I'm
Mermaid.
just saying.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, I look
am
at everybody else and
Waterdeep.
with the same kind of critiquing eye, including myself. I would want to be aware of that as well.
Hey, it's Joey Joe's got to take off.
Bye,
He's
Oh,
my
yeah.
brother.
Next time.
Love you, Joey Joe.
Oh, be good, bro. Always fun.
Bye, Jojo. Well, so Darius, your cloak, you can, you know, one of the colors of it,
But
is
isn't that random?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, you can do it as much as you want.
I would rather not risk it. And knowing the cloak the way I do, I will wait till someone needs a distraction and try to use that
Bruce,
as
damn
my
it.
advantage.
Bruce, where?
I will not try to use it as my stealthy option, as it is random.
Oh my God, does Darius have a multicolored cloak?
No.
He may or may not.
The warders.
I'm just saying it
Color
may be
shifting.
called a billowing cloak, but and it may have more power than I had originally intended it. But you don't know that as of yet, and I know it well enough to say no.
Let's take a really quick, like a 2-minute bathroom break.
I'm just saying we're at 11:54 right now.
Like, how much longer would we all like to play?
Like, how are we all doing?
All right, let's. Well, we can say we get to the Blushing Mermaid.
Okay.
Like, so literally the size of your crew, and with the complement of martial characters that you have, and the number of mean-looking fucking people you have, you can and especially it's not nightfall yet; it is still afternoon. You can navigate through the Blushing Mermaid without any problem. Like, you definitely see guys there that are kind of eyeing you up and down, but they like once they see the complement of fucking, you know, between the Tabaxi Paladin, the 6'8" fucking half orc,
What?
you know, the two the
fucking
pirate.
I mean, seriously, I'm trying to make myself as small as possible with a gigantic purple hat, with a gigantic purple feather out of it.
Right.
I'm looking as small as I can, maybe 6'5".
Like people like the people in the Blushing Mermaid are like holy shit, what fucking crew just wandered into town? Like, these guys are gonna wreck shop. Like, nobody, like, you can tell, like, nobody is sizing you up, like, or if people are sizing you up, they're immediately like, no, fuck that, I'm gonna go for easier money. So you have zero problems dealing with any of the locals at this time. Now, once nightfall hits, you know, all bets are off, and you know, you can get, you know, massive mobs of people who are willing to take on a group of your size. However, at this
Yeah, well-
present time, yeah.
We're only going there to discuss where to go next.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
we just want to be away from the Flaming Fist for until night falls at least.
Right. And Tarina suggests after you get there, you know, Grin, you're familiar with the place. Tarina is familiar with the place. Riz, you have been there. I wouldn't say you're familiar, but both Riz and
Sure.
Lucius, you guys have enough contacts that, you know, like you don't feel completely uncomfortable. At the same time, this is not a place where you.
It's not really a place where we want to bring the princess.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe if we have to go down there, we can get in, get our business done, get out. It's okay. It's not that
Yeah.
bad, but
Yeah, you're confident that this is a safe enough place away from prying eyes for the time being. However, you know, Tarina's like, hey, are we gonna do some dice? What do you want to do? You guys still want to check out that bathhouse? If you do, like, come around, supper time. You know, that's when the place really starts kicking off. So if you guys want to get in there, I mean, that's when I would do it. That's when most of the fucking patrons go in through there. So, you know, I mean, all we got to do is wait out another hour or two, and you know, we can slip in there, no problem.
Grin
Say we're around
says,
5 o'clock.
as we get, once it comes into sight, Grin just says, "Ah, yes, the blushing mermaid, a more wretched hive of scum and villainy you will never find. We must be cautious."
True.
Well played.
If I was unable to give away my inspiration point before,
I will. Yeah.
if Greg needs it, feel
I
free
think
to.
I think I already have inspiration. Oh, I
Okay,
guess-
because that was
Yes, you do.
beautiful. That was
You do.
beautiful, and I did this.
But let's see. Let's go.
Reminds me of a dive bar that I used to go to every year when I would go to Vegas. We would go
Yeah.
there at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it would be dark and dingy, and we'd stay there for like 3 hours, and we'd
I
leave
love those.
expecting it to be midnight, but it would be 5 o'clock instead.
I love that. I love those fucking places. There was one in it like about.
That was the one where I brought the shot glass home, and it was a toilet.
That's brilliant.
I
That's
agree with
brilliant.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
There was one. There was one
Kublai
place
has
that
fed
was.
many a people shots from the toilet.
Oh
There
yeah.
was one-
Until someone stole it. It walked away from my basement one time. So
No.
There was
Bastard.
one place that was like a block away from Times Square that we would always go on New Year's to like be in Times Square, but like away from where anyone else would possibly fucking go, because this place was such a fucking dive that's where we would go. And it was, oh my god, it was horrifying and beautiful. And
Those
the
are
only
great.
thing I miss from New York is food and bars. That's all I miss.
Mhm. So after hiding out for a couple of hours, Tarina says, she's like, hey, let's make our way to the bathhouse. Like, it's been a great time hanging out with you folk. And for the lady, I absolutely would, plan on making a trip up to the Upper City, getting one of them fancy badges, maybe be able to stay past after dark, meet one of them fancy princes. But for right now, this girl's got some other business to attend to, so let me take you to the bathhouse. And she escorts you to the bathhouse. And at midnight, here we are at the bathhouse. Dun, dun, dun. And that is where
Perfect time to go to a bathhouse, really.
Yes.
We are here at midnight.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, like a couple hours, yeah.
Can Thunder get into his breath so he can heal a little bit more since we're in.
Riss.
Yes.
So Elsa had a good question. She said,
Don't worry about Thunder.
yes, she was like, so can Thunder, if he gets another hour short rest, does he get another healing thing? And so every single level that you go up, you get one more hit die that you get to spend during a short rest. So at first level, you get one hit die, and then you can take one short rest and spend it, but then you have to have a long rest, which is sleeping 8 hours to recharge that. So he has already spent his short rest, but once you all take a long rest, he can get it back. But it's yeah, that is how that goes.
You said that as you level up, you can take multiple short rests before a long rest. Is that what
Yes. So as you level up, you get a number of hit die, which is it's confusing. So for us who have been playing since like first edition, hit die are the number what you roll when
Cubes,
you
I
level up.
whispered you.
I'm watching.
But in fifth edition, hit dice are also used to regain hit points during a short rest. So at level 1, as a fighter, let's say you're a fighter, you roll D10 for hit points, and so every time you take a short rest, you get 1 hit die that you can expend during a short rest to regain 1 D10 hit points. Now at level 2, you get an additional D10. Now you don't have to take them both at the same time, but you can. So let's say you're a 15th level fighter. You have 15 hit dice. You take a short rest. You can get up to 15 D10 hit points back during that short rest. But let's say you're only down, 20 hit points. You're like, okay, I'm just going to roll 3 hit dice worth. And then you can do that, and you can keep on rolling until you get back up to max.
Okay, I think I got it. And then so if you're at 5th level, and let's say you're at 5th level, you take a short rest, and you say I'm going to use all 5 of my hit die to get hit points back. You can't then use them for another short rest hit die thing until you take a long rest, and then you get all 5 back.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, I need to change that. Thunder's AC is actually
As complicated as Dungeons and Dragons was, I feel like they make themselves more complicated.
Well, and this one is really, it's only complicated to people that have not or have played previously.
Yeah, I agree. 5e is like they give you so many chances to have a crutch.
I mean, it's good. I like where it is now compared to like 2nd edition and 3rd edition. Because 3rd edition, like some of those earlier ones, 2nd edition, it was.
If you didn't have a cleric, you were fucked. You were straight fucked.
Yep.
It was super simple for very basic stuff, but if you ever ventured into anything even remotely unique, it's like, okay, well, you have to roll a D100 to determine, how many D20s you roll, and then
right.
You have a modifier.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a first edition, advanced D&D, 2nd edition, and 3rd. 3rd was like the best of all the rule mongering craziness. Like that was the best, but like 1st and 2nd, like it, to me, of course, when I experienced it, it was when I was in my teenage years, ages and ages ago. That was the time when we would build characters to fight each other. As opposed to actually doing anything.
We're going to duel.
Story wise, we actually had in my middle school, we had 2 groups that would come into the library and fight each other every morning before school. With different okay, now it's on the water and everybody's on a boat. And this is what happens, and this is like your fighters are doing it now in this environment. So it was like a big gladiator ring every time we played, and it was very silly. But it was also that time when there was a rule for everything.
Yeah.
And it was very exhausting. I love 5e because it's really like it's pretty simple. You have X, Y, and Z you can do. You can move X, Y, and Z unless, the variables are not unlimited.
Yeah. And it's for those of us who have played before, who are used to kind of like, you're like, these rules are fucking crazy. We're just gonna ad lib some shit. So if you're comfortable with just kind of like going with shit and be like, I bet it's this role, you just kind of fight. Let's go with it, and it generally ends up working out. And there's also a very, I wouldn't say it's perfectly balanced, especially at higher levels, but you know, for levels like 1 through 12, 13, there's some decent balance in there because you know, a 12th level fighter versus a 12th level wizard is not the absolute ass whomping that it used to be in like 2nd edition, where a 12th level wizard is going to beat a 12th level fighter 100% of the time. And you know, then in you know, it just as likewise in, you know, 2nd edition, a 1st level fighter is going to beat a 1st level wizard 100% of the fucking time.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Yep. The disparities were huge.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh shoot, I was gonna say bye to Courtney, but
Oh, she's still here. Yeah.
oh,
Yeah. You turn this. Yeah, there we go. The camera's there. We love you, darling. Thank you so much. What a creepy view, though. Like she like
It's like the Mountain Dew is about to shoot up. Like
I seriously have wondered how much I've been drinking looking at the screen right now. It's like everything's blurry around her, but she's in perfect.
She's crystal clear.
in perfect harmony.
It's some creepy ass shit. But I will say, as we are past midnight, Duck Duck, as always, we worship you, love, and thank you for being there as our moderator. You are, as ever, a rock star. And we would also like to thank everybody who stuck around, you know, especially Stupid But Cunning, because honestly, that's what we do here. Is stupid but cunning. So you are in the right place. You know,
Mostly just the stupid.
yeah.
Well,
Every so often we'll get the cunning.
SBC, you are in the right place. Do not question.
You know,
are
a
in the
broken
right place.
broken clock finds a nut twice a day.
Yes.
You know-
What? I love you, Marcus, and I'm going to smile and nod because I love you.
Only half the time are we stupid but cunning. The other half the time we're cunning and stupid. So, you know.
Anyway, we love you, and thank you so much for being a part of Critical Fail and what we do and how crazy we are. Thank you very much, and we appreciate it.
we
Yes,
made our
That's
way
right.
out
If you
of
like us, tell your friends. If you hate
Yes.
us, tell more people.
Yeah, especially if you hate us, be like, oh my god, you have to see these stupid bastards that play the shit.
I
Like,
like how
Come and
we
waste your life watching these idiots.
so this session we started in a bar and we managed to make our way out of that bar and we're in another bar.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
Hey, that is what you call progress, man. I'll refer to episodes
Well, technically,
362
we sort of made our way
and
through a bar to a
363.
bathhouse.
Good.
So-
But now we're not back.
Oh my god.
We avoided a
previous
confrontation.
Or the previous
Yeah,
did
that's
indeed.
true.
campaign.
And oh my god,
Sounds
people,
like a pretty good weekend in
oh my
Vegas.
god, I will say, ladies and gentlemen, I was ready to sing "I'm in Love with the Shape of You." I had the song queued up and everything. I was ready to do it, but everybody said we don't need a distraction. So I said, well, thank God, because I'm not really ready to sing that anyway.
Well,
Just saying.
I'm always waiting with bated breath to see what Alan will sing or riddle about. I'm like how like if inspiration could stack, you would
Yeah.
have a stack of inspiration.
Do note, I was looking to give mine away,
I know.
knowing that
You're
I
like,
would get
"Inspiration
more.
for
I'm
you.
like,
You
who could I
inspiration."
give my inspiration to? Please, someone take it.
And if you all check underneath your chairs, there's inspiration.
You get an inspiration, and you get an inspiration, and you get. Oh Christ, it's
We
terrifying.
should do a contest to see like what kind of situations could Alan go all in with all of his inspiration with.
I'm ready
Cashing
all
it
the
all in.
time. I'm like,
Push it
how
all
can
in.
I sacrifice myself, Mark?
That's right.
So-
we find a Dracolich. I'm level 1.
All in.
All in.
All of my
I'm
inspiration.
all fucking in, people. I'm
Real quick for clarification from the DM before we bail here. I really need to know if Tarina's like trying to say she's bouncing and like leaving?
Well, her whole deal was she was going to lead y'all to the bathhouse. And she was like, "All right, y'all are at the bathhouse." And then she's like, "Okay, like for reasons I'd rather not get into, I don't exactly want to go in there. And so if you can respect that, I mean, if you need to find me, like, hey, I ain't that hard to find. Like, y'all are good fucking people. Like, especially
Grin's friends with her. He drinks with her all the time. So
yeah. And when
Mark,
she says
did you see my whisper to you?
For reasons she doesn't want to, Grin, you're probably like, okay, like she obviously cheated somebody. You know what kind of fucking person she is. She's kind of a scoundrel. But she's the good kind of scoundrel, kind of like you are. So you're like the people she trusts, and the people that she doesn't trust, fuck them. They're the marks, and they deserve to have their money taken. But so far, like everybody's been getting a pretty decent fucking like feeling on her, and people have been rolling a lot of insight checks. So, but I now have to race like a piss horse, so I am going to get out while I can.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Thanks,
Peace, my
everybody.
friend.
We will see you next Monday night, and maybe one of these days we'll squeeze in a second session on a Thursday again.
Dude, I would love to.
I'd be
Yeah,
down.
yeah, I would love to be able to do a second session. If anybody can, or if there's any days where people are like, hey, I absolutely can. Like this last weekend, Courtney was out of town for Friday and Saturday night, and I was half like, hey, wanted to reach out. Anybody want to play Friday or Saturday? But then I was like,
because obviously, the only time Mark has any sort of time outside of his relationship is when Courtney's escaped and is obviously, we've learned a lot this evening. We think Courtney
handlers are tracking her down.
Is a hard-nosed, nose to the grindstone, crazy psycho. We love you, Courtney, and God bless you for keeping him in check, because hell's knows we can't do it. Even his fucking brother is here, and he can't keep him in fucking line. So, like, God bless you, Courtney, for being.
I would be down there. Just have to be more communication.
Yeah. So if we can like coordinate like legit, like, hey, I'm good to go on a Thursday or a Friday.
If Thursdays are still good, I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hey guys, like I said, maybe we'll get the second session in. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you guys soon.